Welcome back to List Jumbo. From enormous giant redwoods to skyscraping sequoias, here are the top 10 largest trees ever found. Number 10. Lost Monarch. Lost Monarch is a coastal redwood that lives in Northern California. It is 26 feet in diameter, stands at an awe-inspiring 320 feet high, and has 42,000 cubic feet of wood volume. The Lost Monarch was discovered on May 11, 1998 by Stephen C. Sillett and naturalist Michael Taylor. The Lost Monarch lives in the famous Grove of Titans, which is renowned for the many massive redwoods that grow there together. The Grove of Titans is part of the Jebediah Smith Redwood State Park, and the Lost Monarch is the largest tree in the park. The exact location of the trees in the Grove of Titans used to be a secret, and nature enthusiasts would quest into the park to try to find them. However, in 2010, someone posted a blog with the specific location of the trees. People flocked to the park to see the giant trees, and the constant foot traffic was too much for the ecosystem. The roots of the trees were severely damaged. Since then, efforts have been made to protect the trees that grow in the Grove of Titans, including the Lost Monarch. Number 9. Raven's Tower. Raven's Tower is the tallest known Sitka spruce in the world. It stands proudly at a staggering height of 96.7 meters or 314 feet. Its diameter measures 4.87 meters. The tree was discovered in 2001 by Ron Hildebrandt and Michael Taylor. It was measured at that time, but the measurement was confirmed again in 2007 by Steve Sillett. This beautiful tree grows in the Prairie Creek Redwood State Park, but the exact location of Raven's Tower is not known. The Prairie Creek Redwoods Park was established to protect redwoods, and as such, the location of many of the giant trees in the park is not made available to the public. Raven's Tower is no exception, as the tree is currently healthy and still growing, and by allowing it to remain on untrodden ground, naturalists hope that the tree will remain in good health. Number 8. Donor Fir. The donor fir is the largest non-redwood tree on Earth. At 327 feet tall, this coastal Douglas fir tree resides in Oregon, on the east side of Coos County. This massive fir tree was discovered in 1989 by Hank Williams. It wasn't officially measured, however, until 2 years after its finding in 1991. The donor fir grows on land that is managed by the Coos Bay BLM, so the tree is protected from logging. The tree, which is estimated to be around 450 to 500 years old, has a diameter of 11.5 feet. The donor fir is open to the public for viewing, and many people have made the easy half-mile trek into the forest to find the donor fir and to see its staggering height for themselves. Number 7. Hyperion. Hyperion is one of the world's largest known living trees. At 380 feet tall, this coastal redwood, or Sequoia sempervirens, was first discovered by accident. On August 25, 2006, Chris Atkins and Michael Taylor were on a hike in the Redwood National State Park when they stumbled upon this massive redwood. They named the tree after Greek titan Hyperion, which means the High One. Hyperion has over 550 million leaves, and it is estimated that this enormous tree contains 18,600 cubic feet of wood. Hyperion is around 600 years old, which is actually pretty young in tree years. In human years, Hyperion is only in her early 20s. She grows in a remote area, and her location has been kept secret so as to protect her and her surrounding ecosystem. Whether or not she will continue to grow remains to be seen, as her top has been damaged by woodpeckers. The damage might prevent her from growing any higher. Number 6. Tane Mahuta. The Tane Mahuta, also known as the Lord of the Forest, is a giant kauri tree, or Agathis australis. Tane Mahuta lives in the Waipua Forest in New Zealand and is the largest kauri tree in the world. The tree is also quite old. Estimates put the age of the Tane Mahuta somewhere between 1,250 and 2,500 years old. The tree was first identified in 1924 by contractors who were there to survey the land. Tain Mahuta stands at 148 feet and has a girth of 50 feet. Its overall volume is 18,250 cubic feet. Tain Mahuta is currently alive and well, but this tree has had some close calls. In 2013, the New Zealand drought caused severe dehydration to the tree, so 10,000 liters of water were diverted from a nearby stream to rehydrate it. Also, in 2018, Tain Mahuta was threatened by kauri dieback, a fatal disease which nearby kauris had already caught. Tain Mahuta was spared though and continues to grow today. Number 5. The Centurion. The Centurion, also known as the Bradman tree, is the largest Eucalyptus regnans tree in the world. It is found in Tasmania in Australia and was originally measured in 2008. At that time, the Centurion was 327 feet high. However, the tree was measured again in 2014, and this time the tree was taller at 328 feet, which means that Centurion is steadily growing. The tree's diameter is 4.05 meters, and its volume is 268 cubic meters. The tree was discovered through laser equipment called LiDAR. LiDAR was being used by members of Forestry Tasmania for mapping and forest assessment purposes. But when Mayo Kajitani and David Manns took a closer look, they noticed a very tall tree in the midst of the forest. Forestry Tasmania named the tree Centurion because it was the 100th noble tree found in Tasmania. Number 4. Yellow Meranti. The yellow Meranti is not the world's tallest tree, but it is the world's tallest tropical tree. At 89.5 meters tall, the yellow Meranti lives in a rainforest in Malaysia. The tree may look familiar, as the species, the yellow Meranti, or the Sharea faguetiana, is a popular tree to grow in the widely known game Minecraft. The tree was discovered by David Combs, a botanist from Cambridge University. The yellow Meranti was measured by a tree climber who literally climbed the tree and measured it with a tape measure. The yellow Meranti resides in the Maliau Basin Conservation Area, also known as Sabah's Last World, because the conservation area is Malaysia's last undisturbed wilderness. Its home has been under threat due to logging, but the Sabah government has now put forth efforts to protect this record-holding tropical tree and its surrounding home. Number 3. El Arbo del Tule. El Arbo del Tule is a Montezuma cypress, and the tree is found in the center of Santa Maria del Tule on church property. Although El Arbo del Tule is not that tall, at only 116 feet, what the tree lacks in height, it makes up for in girth. The tree has a massive trunk with a circumference of 137.8 feet, and the overall volume of El Arbo del Tule is 29,000 cubic feet. In fact, El Arbo del Tule has the stoutest trunk of any tree in the world. It also has a lot of personality. The local legend of Zapotec suggests that the tree was planted 1,400 years ago by Pecoca, a priest of Ehecate, the Aztec god of wind. Furthermore, El Arbo del Tule is nicknamed the Tree of Life because the patterns in the gnarled trunk display several animals, and local school children love to point out the animals on the trunk to tourists. Sadly, however, El Arbo del Tule is dying. The roots have been damaged by pollution, shortages in water, and traffic from the nearby busy highway. Number 2. General Sherman. The General Sherman is currently the world's largest known tree according to volume, and this majestic giant sequoia is open to the public for viewing. The General Sherman lives in the giant forest in Sequoia National Park in Tulare County, California. With a neck-bending height of 275 feet, a diameter of 36 feet, and a volume of over 50,000 cubic feet, the General Sherman is a very popular tourist attraction. In fact, the General Sherman is so popular that the park offers free shuttle bus service throughout the summer. The General Sherman is around 2,300 to 2,700 years old, and tourists flock to marvel at the volume and massive branches of this enormous sequoia. The General Sherman's largest branch has a diameter of 6.8 feet, and the circumference at the base of its trunk is over 102 feet, and the tree is still growing. The General Sherman was named in 1879 by James Wolverton, after the real General Sherman of the Civil War. Number 1. The Lindsay Creek Tree. The Lindsay Creek French tree is the largest tree ever known. It was a coast redwood, and it grew in Fieldbrook, California, along Lindsay Creek, hence its name. The Lindsay Creek tree was uprooted by a severe storm in 1905. However, in 1971, Skip Johnson, a Fieldbrook logger, was interviewed about the measurements he took of the tree once it had fallen. He stated that he and his family measured the fallen tree and that it was 390 feet tall. This would put its volume at 90,000 cubic feet. The Lindsay Creek tree, therefore, is much bigger than the world's current largest tree, the General Sherman. In fact, the Lindsay Creek tree is the largest known tree in existence, earning it first place on our list of the largest trees ever found. Check out our previous video on the top 10 most expensive foods, and subscribe to List Jumbo for more.